Hello QS18, it's Naim here. So in today's broadcast I'm going to be going over just the initial points of your major music project. What is it? What do you have to do? And what you're getting marked on. And finally, this week's task that I'm going to be giving you. So let's have a look, shall we? Well, the deadline is the 26th of June and the project starts today. Okay, so what is it exactly? Let's have a look. Well, your mission is to plan, create, promote, produce and perform in a 15-minute music podcast show. This can be done individually or in a team. Team can be 2 or more people. Under the circumstances, this could be a little bit tricky because we're all quarantined, but if you really want to go that way, there's many ways and means to do that. So at the end of the project you will have an MP3 or possibly an MP4, because you might want to do this as a video. You're going to have a product that you can put on iTunes, you can put on YouTube, you can put on Facebook, you can share this as a product. It can have audience interaction and feedback, which is an important aspect of this project. So what does a music podcast look like? What are the elements that we're looking for you to have in it? Well, it needs to have a theme tune. All the best podcasts, all the best shows have an identifiable soundtrack to them almost. So your theme tune should be 30 seconds to a minute long. It can have a voiceover in it, introducing the show. It can be a little song, or it could just be an instrumental. You could produce this on Logic, on Cubase, or you could record it as a live performance as a theme tune. That's up to you. Tom will be going into more detail about how you can do this. I'll be showing you some examples of some, and I'm sure he will be too. I've made many theme tunes for various things, so I'd like to share my experience and perhaps get you to listen to those so you can do even better. So a theme tune. What else? Well, it needs actual content, and the focus is going to be musical content, obviously. So what could that be? That could be tracking you as a songwriter. It can be a history of the blues. It can be looking at a specific artist and why they're important to you. It can be you learning a particular skill and tracking your progress in that. It can be just a fun entertainment show with little stories. It can have interviews, it can have news clips in it. I think there's no limit really, as long as it's music related. What else should it have in it? Well, obviously a live or pre-recorded performance. So this is kind of like you're the guest artist, so it can have a live performance by you, a collaboration, or a live performance from someone else that you get them to record and send you, and you add that to your show. So in a way you're kind of like the host and the artist of this show. What else do we need? Well, you're not going to be able to earn any money from this show unless you have a sponsor. So you choose a sponsor. Who could a sponsor be? Well, it can be, I don't know, Shure microphones, Gibson guitars. It can be Estee Lauder. I don't know, that's up to you. Choose something, a product that you like, that you would like in an ideal world to sponsor your show, and create a little advert. It could be a song, it could be music with a voiceover. these are things, again, Tom's going to go over with you, and also Harley's going to be of great help in this aspect. So, what else? Oh, how long should a sponsor's advert be? Well, I guess 30 seconds to a minute again. Alright, so audience interaction and feedback. So part of the way this project is marked is how the audience can interact. So I suppose if you're doing a live performance, if the audience like it, they clap very loud. Now, if it's a podcast, how do the audience show that they like it? Well, if you have social media, people write comments. You could have a live feed that's giving you comments from the people that are listening. You can also get feedback from your classmates and tutors. Documenting that feedback and learning from it and developing your show is a vital part of this project. Finally, I say finally, but actually all the way through the project, you're going to have to create a marketing campaign to promote it. So you're starting from scratch. You need to build an audience. How do you do that? Well, you need a product to start with, so hopefully you've brainstormed some ideas and thought about what you can do, and then you've got to think, how am I going to promote this? Well, again, social media, a website, Instagram, create posters, create funny little videos, create trailers, build hype, get people interested in the event before it even happens. Alright, build a groundswell of word of mouth. That marketing campaign is vital to the success of your podcast, because you're going to do a lot of work for this, and it would be a shame if no one hears about it, and they don't hear about it because it wasn't promoted. Okay, now that goes for any band or any artist wanting to do a live show. You've got to promote it, and it's no different with this. Okay, so what do you get marked on in this project? Let's have a look. So there's 5 areas that you get marked on. Number 1 is your actual idea, okay, and the research you put in behind your idea. Number 2, your diary, which is all on OneNote. Basically, just complete all the tasks that we've given you. It's really, really clear. Step by step, do a little bit regularly over the next 2 months and you should be fine. Leave it all to the last minute and you're going to struggle. Number 3, you're going to get marked on your preparation, the evidence of your works in progress. So this could be things that you've tried and failed on, things that you've tried and realised, well, this is not going to work, but you had a go. So it could be a different version of an advert, a different version of your theme tunes, works in progress. It's really important, just as a live performance, to have a demo run, a final dress rehearsal. So you might want to have a little go at a 5-minute version of your show. Some of that content you might want to use in your final thing if it's really good, but preparing yourself and having a trial run of it needs to be evidenced. Okay. Number 4, as we talked about before, is your marketing campaign and evidence of promotional material. Alright, so this is the adverts you create to promote your show. And number 5, the actual product, the actual final performance, the MP3, the MP4, the video link, the live stream, okay, and of course the audience feedback. Some of you have already done live streams promoting your new music, and as you were doing them, people comment, right? So capture that feedback, react to it, and show the evidence of it with screenshots. That's how you get that done. So that's basically an overview of the project, and your task for me this week is this. Okay, so there's going to be a task in your OneNote diary, and you'll find it under Term 6 Major Music Project. Okay, now what does that look like? Well, let's just have a quick look here. If I just get it up. Term 6 Final Events. Okay, now I've populated this, and Nathan's populated it, and Tom's populated it a lot. Okay, so there's loads of things that we're going to distribute, but one step at a time. Your first task for me is very simple. Okay, we're going to brainstorm your ideas. Okay, so your idea could be, well, I want to perform in it. I want to sing and play guitar. Write that down. And what resources do you need? Well, you're going to need a mic and a recording device. You're going to need a guitar. You're going to need a song. Could be original, it could be covers, it doesn't matter, that's up to you. What else could be in your show? Well, obviously your theme tune, but what's your theme tune going to be? Is it going to be a song? Is it going to be catchy instrumental? Or is it going to have like a hyped vocal thing, you know, like welcome to the Naim show, you're listening, this is the episode 1, la-di-da. So write down your ideas in there. So original content. Okay, what could it have? It could have an interview with an artist that you like. Okay, or you could, let me think. What else could we do? Well, you could document how you wrote a song. That's content. And you could talk about the lyrics and why they're important to you. Tons of ideas there. Put in the resources you might need for that. Now, one resource could be you learning how to use a bit of equipment, or in the case of me broadcasting this, I've been learning how to use Screenercast to broadcast my lessons to you, and that requires learning time, and it requires a trial and error, and it required me to subscribe and pay a little bit of money for this. And talking of that, later on in the project there'll be a budget. Okay, so you can write down what this has cost you to create, and what ideally you would need, what equipment you would really want in your budget to make it happen. So let's just go over that. This is the final thing in this broadcast. So brainstorm your ideas. I've just gone through how to do that, and I want you to present your ideas to the class in our lesson. So each student or team of students can just talk about what they want to do and get some feedback, get some discussion going from me and the rest of the class. How is this marked now? Okay, well, this part of the project is marked like this. So for a pass, as a team, contribute competently to the planning and preparation for a live music event. For a merit, confidently contribute to the planning and preparation. And for a distinction, with interpretation and artistic flair to the planning and preparation. Okay? So we're looking for imagination, we're looking for confidence, and we're looking for a little bit of flair. Now, over the coming lessons, we're going to be showing you examples of awesome podcast and performances that hopefully give you inspiration to up your game. Okay, but for now, just need your initial ideas. If they're not possible, don't worry about that yet. Just put down what you would really like to do. Okay, and I look forward to seeing you in class. All right, guys, thank you. Bye bye.